Welcome back, 8th graders. It's time to kind of get another little introductory of what we're going to do for these next several videos. By now, we would have covered chapters 5 and 6 before this break. We're going to try to cover 7, 8, and 9 after break, and it might be on videos also. But before we get too in-depth on chapters 5 and 6, I drew some things up here that we really got to keep in mind when we're learning about all the stuff of the geometry that we're going to be learning. Now, simple things like this and this, those are both lines, and what more is they are parallel lines. They are never going to intersect as far as they go, right or left, never get any closer, never get to where they intersect with each other. Okay, they are cut by this line that's called a transversal, and that's a key thing to what we're going to be learning. Now, something that I hoped might maybe make sense on some of this is I drew a circle here, and I drew a circle here. And many, if not most of you, know that circles add up to 360 degrees, right? Okay, so all the angles that we're going to be talking about where these lines intersect have something to do with 360 degrees. And if I took half of that circle, half of 360 would be 180. Okay, which means that from here all the way to here should be 180 degrees, right? So this angle and this angle equal a total of 180 degrees. Those are called supplementary angles. We'll be talking more in depth about those. Okay, and since the same thing is happening down here, those are also supplementary angles. But what's more important right now is to notice that if I have a circle here that's supposed to be 360, and I have another circle here that's supposed to be 360, and the same thing is going on with these lines that's going on down here, shouldn't a lot of that be the same? Nod your head yes, because yes, they will be. We will learn about all sorts of ways on what it is to say which angles are the same as each other. But for now, let's take a look at some vocabulary terms that you need to know. Now, girl, if you've thought about the word interior before, what does that usually mean to you?
Inside.
Inside, that's right. So if you were looking at these two parallel lines, girl, would you please show me where you might think the inside of the two parallel lines are? Yeah, just right there though, or is it like more? All of that in there, right? Yeah, good. Excellent. Now, a boy in class, if you've ever heard the word exterior, what do you think exterior might mean?
On the outside.
On the outside. So if you were to show the kids where the outside of two parallel lines might be, where do you think it might be? Very good. That's where the exterior of these lines would be. And guess what we're going to learn? All of these angles in here are interior angles. All of these angles out here are called exterior angles. Okay? And notice how I conveniently colored this angle light blue and this angle light blue. They're on the interior, aren't they? They're on the opposite sides of this line that I said was a transversal. They're alternate interior angles. Now you should be able to look at those and say, wow, that angle looks a lot like that angle too. And so does that angle and that angle. They're all the same measure. Not all for the exact same reasons, but a lot of these angles that look like they're going to be the same are, and we're going to prove why soon. But I think as of right now, that's all I wanted to come to you and tell you today of where we're heading with these. This is part of Chapter 5. We'll hit Chapter 6 and knock it out by the end of spring break. And then by the time we come back from spring break, it'll be Chapters 7, 8, and 9. And we'll see if we'll be face-to-face or if we're still doing it this way. Thanks for watching.